Welcome to all my first graders. It's good to see your smiling faces today. My name is Mrs. Potts, and I'm a certified teacher in the state of Tennessee. Today, we're going to talk about math, and we're going to use a math tool called a 10 frame. What are you noticing about this 10 frame? It's familiar to you. There are 10 squares or rectangles, 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. So you're familiar with this math tool. I can't wait to see all of your learning and all of your thinking. Are you ready? Let's get ready to learn. Look at both of our 10 frames. How many dots do you see? And how do you see them? Tim, you see 5 dots. Where do you see those, Tim? On the top 10 frame. 5 dots. Tim, how did you know there were 5 on the top of that 10 frame? You counted them. So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, that's a way to do that. Does anyone have another way? Dominique, you also saw 5 at the top, but you just knew that because all 5 boxes or squares were full, there had to be 5. Yeah, what else are you noticing about this 10 frame? Tommy, you see that there's 5 more, and with a total of 7 down here, how did you know there were 7? So you counted 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the way. If we wanted to find out how many we had altogether, what could we do? Becky, yes, we could count them. Where would we start? We could start and just say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 dots on these 10 frames. Is there another way to do that? Rondalyn, you said you did 5 and 5 more is 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's another way. Let's write a math expression to show both ways. Let's write one to show 5 and 7 is 12. And let's write the other way. 5 and 5 is 10. And then 10 and 2 more is 12. That's a great way to think about math. Are you ready to do another one? Let's get ready. Again, my question is, look at your 10 frames and tell me how many dots you see and how do you see them. All right, Joshua. Joshua, you see that same 5 on top of the first 10 frame? Yes. Thumbs up if you see that with Joshua. Yes, I think we all do. I'm seeing lots and lots of thumbs up. What else are you seeing? Adrian, you are seeing 8 other dots on the bottom. How do you see those, Adrian? You saw those in groups of 2. How did you know there were 8 there? Well, you counted by 2s. We can do that. Let's count with Adrian. 2, 4, 6, 8. So we know there are 5 on the top and 8 on the bottom. How could we count them all to know how many dots there are all together? Yeah, we can use our counting on strategy. Thanks, Andre. Let's start with 5 and use our counting on strategy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many dots are there in all? There are 13 dots in all. Give me a high five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way to go. Now, let's write a math expression to show there are 13 dots in all. How many were on the top 10 frame? 5. And how many more did we add? 8 is 13. Great job, guys. Let's get ready to see another group of dots on 10 frames. Ready? Set? Let's go. Let's talk about how many dots you see and how do you see them. Okay, Aaron. Aaron, you still see 5 dots on the top. How do you see those, Aaron? You see them in a group of 3 and then 2 more. Anybody else have another way? Tyree, you know that these 2 could fit in these 2 empty boxes? And that would make a group of 5? That's definitely another way. Does anybody else have a way? Okay, so we all see them 5 on the top 10 frame. What about the bottom one? How many dots do you see and how do you see them? Adair? You see 7. Okay. How do you see those 7 dots, Adair? You see a group of 5 and 2 more is 7. That's a way. Does anyone see that in a different way? Thumbs up? We all see 7 there? That's great. Now let's think about how could we find out how many dots we have all together? We could count on. Let's start with 5 and use our counting on strategy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many dots do we have all together? 12. We do have 12 dots all together. Now, you know what we need to do next. We need to write a math expression. How many dots are on the top? 5. And how many are on the bottom? 7. 5 and 7 is 12. There are 12 dots all together. You guys are really doing a good job with your math today and using your counting on strategy. Let's try another one. Here's your new set of dots. Think about how many dots do you see and how do you see them? Okay, Steph. Steph sees 6 dots. Steph, where do you see those? You see 6 dots on the top and 6 dots on the bottom. How do you see those, Steph? Okay, you see a row of 5 and 1 more is 6. A row of 5 and 1 more is 6 as well. Does anyone see it in a different way? Everyone sees them as 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. So, how are we going to find out how many dots we have all together? What are you thinking? Okay. Juanita, you see 6 and 6 and you just know 6 plus 6 is 12. Yes, that is a double. And if you know your doubles, you know that. That is a good way to think about math in terms of doubles. How else could we do that? If we don't know our doubles. Yeah, we could count on. We could say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Could we do it in another way? Anybody have any other ideas? All right. What about you, Sam? We could do 5 and 5 is 10. Okay, I'm going to write that down, Sam. 5 and 5 is 10. And then 11, 12, add the 2 more. We could definitely do that. 10 plus 2 is 12. Did we get 12 both ways? Yeah, we got 12 both ways. There's lots of ways to use our counting on strategy to see how many dots are in all. Let's get ready to do our next one. Okay, how many dots do you see and how do you see them? Okay, Jackson. Jackson, you say it looks very similar to our last problem. Jackson says I only added 1 more dot there, so let's see. Okay, that's a great way to think about it. So there would be 6 on top because that didn't change. And now there's 7 on the bottom. That's one way to think about that. Yes, that's a way. Does anybody have another way? Donna, you counted on. You knew there were 6 on the top because it looked the same. And you said 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's another way to know how many dots there are in each box. So we need to find out how many dots there are all together. And let's use our counting on strategy to do that. We're going to say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 dots altogether. Give me a thumbs up if you see 13 dots. Great, we all see 13 dots. Let's write a math expression to show those 13 dots. How many dots were on the top? Yes, 6. And 7 are on the bottom. And 6 and 7 is 13. Is anyone else thinking something differently? Okay, Alex, what are you thinking? So you wanted to add the 5 and the 5 to get 10. So we could do that. 5 and 5 is 10. And then add 1, 2, 3. So 5 and 5 is 10. 11, 12, 13. Yes, we could do 10 and 3 more is 13. Did anyone do it his way? Alex's way? I see some thumbs in the air. Yeah, so we all looked at this problem in a different way. Great job. We have one more to do. Let's roll. How many dots do you see and how do you see them? All right, Kimmy. Oh, Kimmy, I'm not trying to trick you. I did only add one more dot. You are exactly right. Did you guys see that? I'm seeing some heads nodding. You all see what I did there. That's awesome. So how many dots do you see and how do you see them? All right, Wyatt, you see 6 dots on the top. Yes, you're right. That did not change. And how many are you seeing on the bottom, Wyatt? You're seeing 8. Wyatt, how did you know it was 8? Oh, because you knew we had 7 and I added one more to make 8. Did anyone else do that in another way? Okay, Joe, what did you do? You knew there were 5 on the top and you counted on 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how you got 8 on the bottom. Okay, I see that as well. Thanks for sharing. So we need to know how many dots we have altogether. I think you know what we're going to do by now. Yes, we're going to use our counting on strategy. Let's get ready. Remember, count out loud, count in your head, but I'd love to hear you count with me. So let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many dots do we have in all? 14 dots. Yes, we have 14 dots. Now, let's write a math equation to go with that. 6. I heard everybody say 6. And how many down here? 8. Wow, you guys are getting loud. 6 and 8 is 14 dots in all. Great. Did anyone else find a way to write the same number of dots but in a different expression? We could write 5 and 5 is 10, making that group of 10. 5 and 5 is 10. And then we could add 5 and 5 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could add those remaining 4 dots. 10 and 4 is 14. Yes, we got 14 both ways, right? Great job, guys. Now, let's think about all of the things and strategies that we used to know how many dots we see and how do we see them. What did you use today? Yeah, our big strategy was our counting on strategy, where we could identify a group of dots at the top and count on the dots at the bottom to figure out how many were in all. And some of you did choose to think about those doubles or finding that 10, 5 and 5 is 10. Good job on thinking of all the different ways that you could see dots and then tell us how many you see. And thanks for sharing your thinking with me. I always learn so much when I'm with you. I can't wait to see you again. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
All right, let's review the rules for the dot game. Remember, you're going to see some dots, and then they go away, and you hold it tight in your brain how many you saw until I ask you to tell me, and then you shout it out that you saw how many? 3 dots, and then Miss Virginia will put them back up, and we'll talk about the different ways you might have seen the number of dots on the page. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Here's your first one. All right, hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, tight. How many did you see? How many? Whew, I have lots of answers. I think our brains are good and warmed up. Let's put them back up. Miss Virginia get her board. All right, let me draw it, and let's count how many are up there. Here we go. All right, are we ready to count them? Count with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dots on the screen. Pat yourself on the head if you said 7. Good job. All right. You can tell me one way they see 7 dots. I see it. You see 5, like 5 on a dice, and 2, like 2 on a dice, and you know 5 and 2 makes 7. Very nice. Who saw 7 a different way? Where's my eraser? There it is. Who saw 7 a different way? Okay, I see it. Hang on just a minute. Let me finish drawing it. All right, I heard 4 like a dice. You see the 4, and then counted 1 more to get 5, and then 2 more made 7. So 4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 is 7. Definitely another way to get 7. All right, let's do another dot pattern. Here we go. Are you ready? All right, here it comes. Okay, hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, 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 tight. All right, how many did you see? Oh, how many? Okay, let's put it back up. I heard lots of 8. Let's check. All right, let Miss Virginia draw it, and we will check it. All right. Count with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, it's 8. How did you see 8 dots? I like it. Okay, 5 and 3 is 8. Very nice work. Who saw 8 another way? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so this pattern, you draw it back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's really close to the last one we had up here. Here's the last one. And how many did we have? That's right. We knew that this was 7, and 1 more made 8. So 7 and 1 is another way to get 8. So we've seen 5 and 3. We also just talked about 7 and 1. Very nice work. That is some really good thinking. All right, let's look at another one. Are you ready? Here it comes. All right, hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, 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 tight. How many did you see? How many? Okay, I heard lots of 7s and 8s. So let's put it up and let's check it. Oh, you're right. That 5 is still up there, isn't it? All right, so let me draw it here. All right, here we go. Let's count and check. Are you ready? All right, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 8 again. Who wants to tell me how they saw 8 dots? Oh, so you saw 5 and 3, just like the last one that was 5 and 3. Let me put the last one back up there. There it is. So that dot just moved up to the corner. So you knew that it just moved, so it was still 5 and 3, which was 8. Good thinking. What's another way you saw 8? So you saw, let me draw it back up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you saw the 5, 6, 7, kind of like our first one, and then one more. So 7 and 1 was 8. So we've done lots of 5s and 3s, and we've done 7s and 1s, and those were 2 ways to get 8. Very nice work. Did anybody see it any different? Oh, I see it. Okay, hang on, let me draw it. All right, so you're saying you saw the 4 across the top, and then 3, and then 1, which was 4, and 3 was 7, and 1 more is 8. Great thinking. Good work. All right, let's do another one. Are we ready? All right, here it comes. All right, hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, 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 tight. All right, how many did you see? How many? Oh my goodness, I heard so many of you say 8. Let's check it. Here we go. All right, are we ready to count? All right, here we go. Let's count them together. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 8. That is so awesome. How did you see 8? 4 on the dice, plus 4 on a dice. 4 and 4 is 8. Fantastic. What is another way you saw 8? Oh, where we had the 5, or we had 5 here last time, but this little dot it looked like, so here's what last time's was. And this little dot just moved from the middle to here. So it was still the same number of dots. We didn't take any away. We didn't put any up there. We just moved one of them, and so it was still 8. That's some good thinking. Any other ways you saw 8? Okay, so you saw 4 and 4, but saw a different way to see 4 and 4. All right, let's look at that one. So you saw 4 across the top and 4 across the bottom, and still 4 and 4 is 8. Very nice. All right, let's do another one. Are you ready? All right, here it comes. Hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, 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 tight. How many did you see? How many did you see, friends? Oh my goodness, I heard so many 8s. Okay, let's check it. Oh, I think you caught me. All right, let Miss Virginia get it drawn. Here it is. Oh, it's the last one we did. They're just squished more together. So last time it looked like that. And we just squished them. See that? And when we squish them, did we put any new dots up there? No. Did we take any away? No. So it's still 8 dots. Who saw it another way? 4 and 4 again. 4 and 4. Did anybody see it not 4 and 4 or squished together from the last time? Oh, we haven't done that one very much today. I like it. Let me draw it and we'll talk about it. Look at this, boys and girls. 6, and 2 is another way to see 8. Very nice job.